Okay, all right. We heard you guys. I know you want to see more about the world of flying drones professionally. So it just so happens that Tommy is on the phone with the producer right now. And hopefully we could show you what getting ready for a shoot looks like. How'd it go?
I'm going to Alaska.
Nice, dude.
No, it's not. You know how cold it is in Alaska? I'm not built for Alaska, man.
Dude, I don't care. I just told these guys that they would get to see what it looks like to get ready.
That's that's what I was like, man, what are you peeking in here as like weirdo?
All right, so let's get to it.
Oh,
What's
wow,
next?
just jumping straight into it. Okay, wow, just putting me on the spot. Alright, well the first thing is I need to make a checklist for myself. So let's go do that. Let's go make a checklist somewhere. Alright, so basically I make a checklist for myself depending on the gig. In this particular case, I'm going to Alaska. So that kind of changes a couple of things. But number one, because we live in this stupid pandemic time, I gotta go schedule myself and get a COVID test. Then I gotta go and do my drone gear check. Now here's the thing, right? During that pre-production meeting, they want just GoPros for this, which is different for me because I'm usually doing the red Komodo stuff. In fact, this is only my second GoPro gig in the last year, but nonetheless, the preparation is still the same. The gear is the only part that's different. So we'll go and do that. I'll show you guys what we're gonna do there. And then the last piece, the part that I'm really not looking forward to, is getting cold weather gear. Now I've been in cold weather gear before, like in Mammoth and in the snow, but we're going to Alaska. We're talking like super duper 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 cold, like cold that I can't even fathom. So I gotta get that figured out. So obviously you're not gonna go with me to the COVID test. However, we could go do the drone side of things. And for that, here's a little pro tip. I use Apple Notes, and I've created a checklist in there, something that I just keep as a default. And that way I just go in and I just start checking things off. Let's go over this way. The only difference is that I am going to be I normally take 2 drones to these things, so 2 of everything. However, I want to take 3 because we were talking about all the different potential risk. First one being that it's just really cold, so there's a chance that batteries just might fail or might not perform. I also want to account for sudden rain because that could potentially happen. I'm going to conformal coat my stuff, but I just want to make sure that if for some reason I go down to rain, I've got another backup. And then the third thing is that I'm actually going to be on this ship. So this is for deadliest catch. And I actually have to go on a ship. So ship might be moving. I might just do one of these and the drone goes away. So I actually like to bring as many drones for as many identified risks as possible. So, all right. So that said, I gotta bring 3 of everything. Time to go down this drone gear checklist. First, you want your drones. But in this case, 3 of them. Then of course you have your radio, but not just that, a backup radio. And then of course you want your charger and a backup. Of course you want your GoPros, and for this job I want 3 of them. I used to have 2, however, I decased one of them, so that means we're gonna have to add a new checklist to the very bottom, which means go to Best Buy and get 2 more GoPros. And of course you want spare batteries. And then of course you want the media for your GoPros, which in this case are micro SD cards. Now I use a little holder like this, and I actually write yes on one side and no on another side. That way I know which cards that I can use versus which one that I've already used, and that way I don't get that confused. And of course you want your goggles and backup goggles. And then of course for your goggles you bring not just 1, not just 2, but 3 goggle batteries along with the cable and the spare. Alright, so when you're on set, it is absolutely critical that the director, the DP, and whoever else can see what you see. And for this, I use the DJI Smart Controller. And of course, 2 cables. Of course, you can't forget your neck strap. Then you're gonna need an ND filter kit. And this one's broken, so I'm just gonna have to buy 3 whole new sets. I like to bring at least 10 batteries. Calvin, guess what this is?
What is it?
It's a spare battery for my radio. Then of course, you need your toolkit. In this pouch is every tool that I need to service my drone.
Do you bring 2 of those too?
No. And of course, you never do a job without a battery checker. Also, you can't forget your props. Normally, if I'm flying in a higher altitude condition where the air is a little bit thinner, I'll go for something with a little bit more umph. However, in this case, I'm not worried about that. I just want to get the best flight time as possible, in which case I'm just going to go for something with a little bit more efficiency, less pitch. And finally, you want to bring a laptop because as temperature changes, the gummies, the dampeners, and things on your drone could get stiffer, softer, which means your PID tune might need to change.
I gotta go pack orders. Sorry.
Are you done yet?
I have to pack orders.
Come on, you wanted me to start this video, we gotta finish it.
Alright, why don't you tell them why you bring 2 of everything?
Alright, fine. So Kelvin asked earlier, like off camera, is like, seriously, you bring like spare like everything? The reason why I bring spare everything is because on set, as a professional, like you have to be able to do your job. There's just no understanding from anybody's part, like if like, oh, the antenna on my radio snapped when I was grabbing it and now I can't work, or the switch is broken, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you can't do the job, you're the guy that can't do the job. So basically what you should do is think of any critical piece that you need in order to fly and do what you gotta do, and just have backups of it. That's being a professional.
Alright, so what's next?
Right, so next is to go over all of the gear. I like to make sure that all of the bolts are nice and tight, just to make sure that nothing worked their way loose. And then I like to inspect things, and this is a good example because this guy right here, this is my GoPro mount, and as you can see, that tab is broken, which means I need to do that, and I do that for every single one of these, which reminds me, actually, can you just go tell Ryan that I need another tab mount?
Ryan, need a moongoat tab mount. What? Need a moongoat mount. Ryan already has it done. Thank you, Ryan. All right, got it.
All right, so I'm gonna go transfer this over, but basically to finish this out, I go through and thoroughly test everything. I take every single one, I throw props on them, I go for a test flight, I check video on every single one. I also go over and plug everything into the DJI controller to make sure that that monitor and live feed is actually working. And then it's time to pack all of that gear up. The only thing is because this is Alaska, I got this a while back when I had a shoot up in Mammoth, up in the snow, but I ended up never using it because we got snowed in and that whole shoot got canceled. But I have to consider how I'm gonna fly in super windy conditions with like near zero or below zero weather. And so I'm hoping, I'm hoping that this guy will work right here. The idea is to just basically cover your hands, right, and protect it from the wind. So I'm gonna have to do one of these maybe? I don't know. It's gonna be weird. And I hate not flying with the neck strap. Alright, so the last thing I need to consider for this trip is how I'm gonna keep my batteries warm. Because if you don't know, LiPos need to be a certain temperature, otherwise they just fail or they don't perform as well. So I need to go grab myself one of those Ethics warming LiPo bags. I don't know what it's called, but that'll probably give me the best fighting chance to be able to do what I gotta do in terms of keeping my batteries nice and warm. Speaking of warm, I need to go get some clothes now because my Filipino tropical ass really needs to figure out how I'm gonna stay dry and warm because I definitely am not cut out for this. And then, what else I got? Oh, damn, I gotta get a COVID test, and then I gotta do the start paperwork. So there's still like a handful of things.
All right. Nobody wants to hear about COVID tests or paperwork or anything.
But it's true, I gotta do all those things.
So, Tommy's gonna try to get as much content as he can from this shoot for you guys.
Whoa, hold on. No promises because I'm on super strict NDA. I don't, sometimes this doesn't, you know, I'll try. If you guys just see it, you know, we'll try.
He's gonna try as hard as he can to get some content so you guys can see what it looks like on an actual shoot.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Just let me hold the camera for you once here. All right, go, continue.
So he's gonna get content to see what it looks like on an actual shoot, which is another question you guys had in the comments, which we are reading. So drop something down in the comments. Like and subscribe and I'll see you next time.
Now, you know what? Do over. Jaden did a way better outro than that. Take two. Take us out.
All right. Go to the store if you want to support us. Drop. drop.
All right. Here we go. Ready? And you gotta shout out the B&S, bro. Like you spent a lot of time building those, and I spent a lot of time configuring them and testing them and things like that. So people need to buy some of these things. All right, here we go and go.
All right. Go to the store. We have tons of B&Fs in stock. You can get them tomorrow. And make sure you drop a comment. We are reading what you guys are saying, so to continue to push out good content.
Failing. Wait, Ryan, before you go in there, come out here.
Outro.
Give us an outro.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, do all the things, and we'll see you in the next one.
You guys are lucky enough where Tommy made, nope. Tommy is, nope. I've been reading the comments and nope. I know you guys, I've read the comments and I know all of you guys want to see more, nope. And the professional setups. We've heard you loud and clear. I'm gonna try my best to give it to you. We heard you guys. I know you want to hear. Yeah. So, we got this.